afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Monday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. And today in studio, we have our friend, Chef Zuri, returning. But this time, he's got his own food truck, Luchador. Welcome, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I mean, this is how you do it. Not only did he make some of the food here, so I got hot food, which always makes me happy. I like the display, the decorating, the plating. Beautiful. Very excited.
Yeah.
Give us a little history of you for people who don't know you and Luchador.
I'm native from Mexico City. You know, I always work on some of the best restaurants here in Denver.
You can name drop.
Yeah, you know, I work at Catibella, Shanahan's. I worked 9 years with Elise Wiggins, my mentor. And now I decided to get close to my culture and open my baby, which is Luchador. You know, the name comes not only from the wrestling, but Luchador means for everybody that goes out there every day and just fights. Fights to get whatever they want. So that's why it's called Luchador. And I have some amazing Mexican food.
You should have brought me one of those masks. I would wear it.
Hey, let's wear it.
It would help me. I'll do anything for the gram.
Yeah,
so when did it open? When did you first
So
start?
I opened 2 months ago. We're rolling since 2 months ago. You can catch me every Monday on my schedule. I post it every Monday. And then right now I'm everywhere. I go all the way from Broomfield, Castle Rock, Thornton, you name it. But that way people get to know my food and what I make.
And how would you describe your food?
My food is authentic. It has a flair. It has a little bit of technique. Plus, it has that little touch of chefy, but the flavor of the street. So I do like authentic stuff, like the quesadilla that you have right here. You know, I use slow braised beef cheeks, beef shoulder. I braise it for 8 hours, super tender. I tell people it's the short rib of the pork.
You brought this up. Let's throw it over and close up over here. So originally, tell them about what this, because a lot of people. Quesadilla was nowhere a few years ago. Now it's everywhere. And originally it was goat, right?
It's goat, yeah. So it's goat. So when it came to Mexico, they didn't have money. So goat was super cheap. Okay. They didn't know how to take that flavor out of it. So by braising it for a long time, they took that flavor out of it, adding the spices, the chilies. You know Mexicans, chilies, garlic, ginger, a little bit of cinnamon. So all those flavors will go away, and they do go away. So now it's getting so popular that they make it with short rib, beef, goat, lamb, you name it. But it's amazing, man.
And then the key to it, I think, is the consomme.
The consomme, the broth, yeah, because you deep down in there, you eat it, so good, man.
I'm going to show them a little bit here in the close-up. So I don't usually eat during the show, but I might just squeeze a bite in right here. So
Get into it.
And you really just shove it down in there. Don't be shy with it. Oh, it's still warm. I'm having a bite. Keep talking.
Yeah. So basically crispy on the outside, it's cheesy, melty, fatty, and then the broth has that flavor of chilies, and then you squeeze a little bit of lime. I think you did already. So good, man. I like to use red onion. I think it has more like a sweetness to it, and instead of like a spice.
Traditionally, it's white onion.
White onion, exactly. So yeah, I have that.
And don't you cook the shells in the consomme?
In the broth, on the fat. So yeah, so whenever I make my big pot of birria, I save all the fat from the top, and then I put a little bit of oil, and that's what you cook the tortillas with. That way it gets the color.
All right, tell them what this beautiful thing is.
That's some of my favorites. So this just brings me memories when I come back from school. So it's called the Luchador Platter. So crispy potatoes on the bottom. We got some rosette crispy potatoes. Then I have some seasoned black beans with a little bit of a chile morita, a little bit of a garlic, onion, melted cheese, and then people can choose proteins. They can do birria, which you see right now. They can do asada or pastor. The main point of this dish is like to mix all together, add a little bit of my chipotle arbol salsa, and it's just like when you come from school and your mom make you a meal, man. It's so good.
Well, it looks too pretty. I don't want to mess it up right now. But we'll squeeze a little lime on it.
Yeah, and of course some guacamole right on top of it. Fresh, make every day.
This is from a food truck.
Yeah, and you'll see it just in a to-go container. Exactly. So we have the typical stuff, you know. We have our tacos al pastor.
But I have a feeling you put a little more effort into it.
I do put a lot more effort. There's a lot of competition out there. I wonder if I want to sell tacos, I want to do it the right way, right? So I do a lot of work, a lot of research, and I feel really proud of what I do right here. Pineapple at the end, you throw it at the end, that way it caramelizes with all the flavors. And then cilantro, like you see, onions, and it's really, really good. Pastor is supposed to be like a unique flavor, like something that really haunts you, like you want to come back for it. I want to do that on my truck, like oh shit, I'm sorry. I just want to go to Luchador because that's the only place that I can eat it,
All right.
Yep. And then Asada Tacos, also, like I said, they're different. Don't expect your regular Asada Taco. I marinate the meat for 24 hours, with lager beer. I like to use the lager beers that I go to breweries to play with it sometimes. And
So that's where your food, where they can find you mainly is in front of breweries. So it ties in.
In front of breweries, and the lagers are being great for my meat. They make it tender, they make it juicy, plus all the spices.
And what kind of meat do you use?
I use a skirt steak.
Okay.
Skirt steak and a little bit of chuck roll.
Okay.
Yep.
My wife would die for this thing right here.
Yep.
Women, I don't know what it is, but it's going to sound bad, but I'll say it anyway. Women love stuffed potatoes. Am I right? I don't know what that is. You do too? I don't know. My wife loves this. Anyway,
So
what is it?
this is my inspiration between, I work at Shanahan's, a steakhouse for for a couple of months. And then Tijuana, man, Tijuana has this mix of food right now, which is like kind of American, Tex-Mex, and Mexican. They're doing their own signature. And they came out with this potato where they throw on the ashes, put it on foil, and then they just open it right in front of you. They put the meat, the cheese, and it's so good. So I did my version of that. It's called the Luchador potato. So I have some asadero cheese in there, some Oaxacan cheese, chipotle compound butter on the bottom. That way it melts with all that together. And then, like I said, you can choose your protein. My favorite is the pastor. I do pastor, and then I do a little bit of the birria juice right on top of that. So all those flavors melt together. It's like having like a double, twice baked potato.
Is the dream at some point to have your own brick and mortar with this food?
I do, man. I do wanna I do elevated food. That's my signature, fine dining. I'm having really a lot of fun doing this, but I see myself doing something more in a couple of years. Maybe.
Yeah.
Not that much. Yeah.
The truck is hard and weather and repairing the truck and
There's a lot of challenges with it, like you think, I want to open a truck, let's do it. And then you realize there's a lot to it. I'm learning to
permits.
I'm learning to be a mechanic.
Licensing.
Licenses, permits, all that kind of
Different
stuff.
cities have
different cities have different permits, different hours, different regulations. But it's fun. You learn as I go. Right now, I'm able to be everywhere, which is great. First, it was just Tri-County. Now I'm Denver, Tri-County, and I'm trying to get on festivals now. So yeah.
Okay, so what's your schedule for this week? Do you know?
My schedule, yes, I'm on 2 neighborhoods. Tomorrow, Parker, Apache Trail. Thursday, I'm on Broomfield. And then Friday, I'm on Honeybrook, Castle Rock. Saturday and Sunday, I got 2 private events.
So if people want to book you for a private event, what do they do?
They go to they reach me on Instagram, Luchador Dad Food Truck. Just contact me. We can play. Just tell me your ideas. I do Mexican and I have an Italian buffet that I do. But believe me, you want to try my Mexican food. Yeah.
Do you have a minimum requirement for the truck?
Yes. For lunches like this, it's $700. Just typical lunches. Now you want something bigger, then the price changes. Also, it depends on the day. Like Fridays and Saturdays are money maker, so we go a little bit higher.
Do you have a website?
We do have a website, Chef Z, luchadorfoodtruck.com.
Chef Z, luchadorfoodtruck.com.
Yeah, that's right. Follow me, please.
What should I eat, buddy?
Man, today the taco de asada, put a little bit of morita and tomatillo salsa right on top of that. That's a killer.
Oh, we got it blocked here. So this is the tomatillo?
Tomatillo, morita, and chile de arbol.
Everything else? Does it need anything else? That one too?
I think just that, a little bit of lime. Yep. I usually sell my tacos with the salsa that they go. Asada goes with that salsa. Pastor goes with the chipotle de arbol. And then when I do chips and salsa as well, I give them the 3 salsas. That way they get to try it. And then I'm like, whenever they order the tacos, they know where to go. They know what to ask for.
And I got to ask, do you make anything for the vegans?
I do have vegans, yes. So we can do the platter, which is all vegan, just no cheese. And then we do the black beans with an avocado cream sauce. It's avocado cream sauce, we just blend it. That's why it's called cream, but it doesn't have any cream. Cilantro, onions, more cheese, and extra guacamole. People like it.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Do we forget anything? You want to say hi to anybody? You want to say something in Spanish?
No, not really.
All right.
Yeah, well, yeah. Para toda la gente que está allá afuera, vengan a ver el Luchador, auténtico sabor mexicano de la ciudad del DF y de aquí es una fusión riquísima. Please follow me, go to Luchador Dad Food Truck, Instagram. You guys catch me on the road.
This guy makes bomb food. Go check him out, Luchador Food Truck. We'll be back tomorrow for the local Biz Buzz. We have the Dirty Dill coming in. You guys will have to tune in to see what dirty dill is. Let's eat! That's incredible.